we good?
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, look at the camera.
Okay. Hey guys! I'm Megan.
I'm Stephanie, and we are
Farm Besties
with Farm
Fresh Advice
here at Midwest Horse Fair in Madison, Wisconsin. We are here with Sarah from Pyranha. So we're here to learn all the things about your company and all the products that you have. So tell us about Pyranha. Where are they out of?
So Pyranha's 53 years old now. I'm based out of Houston, Texas. It's still a family-owned and operated company, third generation now. All our products are made in the United States. We're proud to say that. We have it right on our label.
I buy this one, and it truly does work.
I buy this one, and I love it.
Recommend it. But this one's mine.
Buy the yellow.
Our number one seller is definitely the yellow bottle.
Yeah.
That is our oil-based product. So everybody knows us by the yellow bottle. My personal favorite is this red cap. So that yellow bottle, 16% active ingredient. This is 35. Yeah. I'm a trail rider, and this is my favorite. I've used it since high school. I think I still have some of the antique cans at home. So this is one of my favorites. We have a few newer products in the industry. So the Zero Bite has became one of our fastest growing SKUs. This isn't all natural. I personally, as a farm girl with the 35% active oil-based product, used to laugh at an all natural, but it's got 2% geraniol, so I've killed wasps with it. Anybody that doesn't like the smell of citronella, which my mom's one of those crazies, I make sure to spray her horse with that because it smells like peppermint. And it's great for any multi-species, so your dog. So I hike and trail ride. I always make sure to spray my pup down with that before we take off. So water-based product, smells like peppermint, but kick butt for being an all-natural.
It really does work. And we live in the woods in Oregon, Wisconsin, and it truly works. It's the only product that does, in my opinion.
So can we talk a little bit more about the natural ingredients in here?
Absolutely. So a lot of products always, there's very, lots of lists of a lot of different products, our competitors. Ours are kind of simplified but higher in active. So we have perethrins, which are all natural, come from a flower, and permethrins, which are synthetic, which last a lot longer. The perethrins are actually higher in killing power because they're all natural, coming from a flower, but they just don't last as long. So that's why you'll see the synthetics in the active ingredients. So like these two products are oil-based, exact same actives, just this one's higher active, so more powerful. And it's an aerosol, goes in a fine mist. I personally like that about it. Geraniums also come from a flower, and that's what the 2% of, which is one of the highest of the market for an all-natural. We did have a spin-off of our Zero Bite, which is our shampoo. Everything in it's good for the skin and the hair, and has 1% in geraniol, so it still kills bugs and repels them. What I love about this product is everything in the is good for the skin and hair, and it's multi-species. I am all about multi-species, so any show animal for 4-H kids, I absolutely love this, and you gotta smell it. It just smells amazing. So the smell of it's also what gets me. So this is a newer product, a spin-off of our Zero Bite, so I like to match these two up, but again, it does bug, so really great for show season, and definitely spring with being up here in the north. It's grooming time.
Any issues with like this being washed off and washed all, getting in, like horse gets it on their nose and maybe it gets in the water tank? So it's natural products. Is there any issues, anything we got to worry about?
So one thing I always like to ask somebody, if they've never used our products before, especially the number one seller, again, is an oil-based. Sometimes anything with petroleum distillates at the bottom of the can is kind of your indicator to tell you that's an oil-based versus a water-based, which is really important. Some horses can have reaction to that. So anybody that's never used an oil-based product on their horse, I always recommend spraying a spot, wait a couple hours, couple days sometimes, just to make sure there's no reactions to it. If they do have a reaction, they just need to use a water-based product. So a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to use Pyranha products because my horse broke out. It's not Pyranha products or anything, and it's just because it's an oil-based, which there's a ton of products out there that aren't oil-based. So that's something.
They would switch to the green
They
product.
would need to, or a water-based product, which we have. Extra sensitive, I do recommend that one.
Okay.
So that's something to always kind of keep in mind with our products. We have several other water-based products that are higher in actives than the Zero Bite, and I'd say, I like to tell people it's like deodorant. They're not going to last 15 days. Maybe if they're in a bubble. If I put deodorant on and go run around, it's probably not going to last as good as if I wake up in the morning with deodorant.
Right.
So the day lasting on them that kind of depends what you're doing with your horse. Also, with trying to pick which one, oil versus water, I do like to recommend everybody should have both in their barn, because your veterinarians come in, your farriers come, you got kiddos hopping on and off the horse. I like to recommend using a water-based product. When it comes to, you said, getting in the water, rubbing off the nose, it's such a fine amount, and the best way to apply fly spray is usually 2 ounces and brush it through the hair coat.
Sure.
So when you do that, it's just such a fine application. Definitely not getting in the water would ever be really a real concern.
Sure.
And we do have our original product was our Spray Master systems. So those are a 55-gallon drum.
Yes, let's talk about those.
Yes.
I am familiar with those. I think they're phenomenal.
Yes. And people, they'll be a sticker shock on them, but if you add up the price of one of these spraying every day, it really saves a lot of money.
So let's talk about, what is it?
So the Spray Master system is a 55-gallon drum. You plug it in and it hooks up to tubes, and the tubes are dispersed all the way through the barn, loop back into the drum. And there's nozzles about every 10, 12 feet above, inside your doors, inside the openings, above each stall. And there's a timer on the system that goes off. Typically set it every 45 seconds, 6 times a day. You can change that how you like or how the bugs are going at that time. There also comes with a remote. You can punch that and set it off if you're going up to settle
cool.
it. So the safety of that is it comes off at such a micronized mist. It is safe even to be walking throughout the barn. It's going to be such a micronized mist. It's more of a spray coming out of that versus the mist that comes down from it.
Yeah.
So, and again, Piranha's been around for 50 some years, and we are very adamant about safety. And if somebody calls our 800 number on the back of the can, it's going to be Andrew, Marcy, or John that answers the phone. We have humans answer the phone. It's really cool.
That's awesome. That's a first.
Yeah, so all our products, any issues with that, there's a number on the back of our can for a reason, because we want to know what issues and we want to fix it.
So are there options on the chemical that you would put in the barn system?
So we do have 3 different things you can kind of vary. There's our all natural zero bite, comes in a concentrate. You can put that in there. Or we have our 110 HP, which is our original formulation, obviously a water base because it's concentrate. And then we have the odor eliminator. It's called Odaway. That also comes in a concentrate, and you can mix the 2 together for odor eliminator and insecticide.
Is there any issues with any of those getting on the horse feed if we're putting them in the stalls or anything?
Again, there's a certain amount of feet we want to put in the barn depending how the barn is shaped, and we have installers help with those issues and where to place stuff. So obviously don't place a sprayer right where maybe the grain bucket is or the water bucket is. And then again, there's a timer on there, so if you want to have a set time that your horses are in or outside of the barn, you can kind of set it that way as well. The other thing, winterizing them. We're up north. That's they're really popular down south, and us northerners oh, nope, we freeze up here. They're super easy to winterize. It's literally just unplugging everything, blowing out the nozzles and the timer itself, and the product can actually freeze. Spring, stir it up, it's good to go. So winterizing a piece of cake too.
Y'all, I have had experience using this system. I cannot recommend it highly enough. You want to keep the bugs out of your barn, this is a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I saw one in California. I haven't personally used it, and they couldn't say enough good things. So
they're awesome
Loved
setup.
it.
Really easy to put up too.
Well, great. So, Megan, any questions? I think she's covered everything.
no, I need more.
I don't know if you're going to get that bottle back from
No,
Megan.
I don't think so. It's mine.
She's
Sorry.
going to go that way. I'm going to run this way.
I
You
think
guys
it's
will have
perfect.
to-
This was a great plan.
Yeah.
Get your own, guys.
We do have a lot more other products that we didn't have enough hands. So there's a lot more. Definitely check out our website because we have grooming products, odorway, and then insecticide oil. So we have a lot more. These are just kind of our favorites.
How do people find who the distributor, how to buy it? Like, where can they figure out where do I go?
Any
to find
tax store, if they sell Piranha, they can get any of our products.
Okay.
Absolutely. And you can get on our website, and we have map. You can click on the map and put in your zip code, and it'll pop up where to go to.
all the different stores? Awesome. That's exactly what everybody wants to know.
And we'll include their website at the bottom of this, in the description of this video.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else you want us to know?
Give it a try. Let us know. We always want to know.
Yeah.
This one's mine.
You're going that way. I'm going
All right.
this way.
See you later.
Thanks,
Bye, guys.
everybody. Have a great time. And you guys, please hit the subscribe button before you leave. And if you got questions, leave them down below. Again, we will link their contact information if you want to talk to somebody from the company. We will have that. Again, Texas.
Yep.
Right?
That's where
Houston?
we're based out. Yep.
Houston, Texas, made in America, everybody. So see you all in our next video. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.